Rockstar have given us some additional details on the balance changes that are coming as part of the San Andreas Mercenaries DLC on June 13th. In this video, I'm just going to go over the highlights of the Newswire post. If you want to check out the whole thing for yourself, it'll be linked in the description. They started off by saying experience improvements coming to GTA Online. Then they have this photo here of the taxi liveries, which is cool. And then as we go down, we got vehicle updates. So some of these we already know about from the previous Newswire post, so I'm not going to be covering those again, but let's go over the new stuff. Here's the first one. Mors Mutual will no longer charge for recovering personal vehicles destroyed during contact missions. This change only affects the 50-car Eclipse Boulevard garage, but you now have the ability to select from individual floors when requesting vehicles from it. Next, they talked about how they're changing the default buttons for vertical takeoff and landing. This won't affect many people. You can just change it back if you really want. But what they also said is there's going to be a new F-160 Raiju plane. So we have the confirmation that there is going to be a new plane in this DLC. We kind of already knew from the pictures, but now we have a name to put with it. Next, we're going to be getting the option to re-request an active mobile operations center, Avenger, or Terabyte delivered closer to your location via the interaction menu. Next, there's going to be additional filters for race types when browsing the jobs menu. The last vehicle update that they're giving us is lesser used vehicles will be removed from in-game websites to streamline the browsing experience. These vehicles will be made available via events showrooms, the Lucky Wheel, and other places. This is going to impact the game very heavily, I do believe, and it's up to Rockstar to decide what exactly a lesser used vehicle exactly is, and I'm a little bit scared about this. They've already been doing some things these past few months with limited time vehicle releases, kind of giving us this idea that not every vehicle will always be available in the shops. They're talking about worrying about the websites streamlining the browsing experience, but I'd rather spend an extra 2 minutes on the website than to not even have the option to purchase a vehicle that I want, that I, like see on a YouTube video or something. I'm like, oh, I really want that, and then just realize it's not even available at that time. And we go on to gameplay updates next. There's going to be a new register as a boss option in the interaction menu, merging SecuroServe and Motorcycle Club. Next, we have a buy all option when purchasing body armor at Ammunition. Rank requirements for body armor are also being removed. Next up, we got body armor will be restocked after quick restarting a mission, matching the same body armor levels as when first entering the lobby. Next, we have when equipping body armor via the weapon wheel, the type of armor used will be relative to how much damage the player has taken. This really only applies to people who carry multiple different body armor types on them, which I think a lot of people don't. But if you do, and you only have a little bit of your armor gone, and you select to equip more, it won't waste your good armor. It'll put on the lesser armor first, which I think is nice. Next, I'm going to almost consider this a bug fix, but I guess it's a feature. When parachuting or in a free fall, players will no longer receive phone calls from Tom Connors or English Dave. And I think most of you guys can agree that we probably shouldn't be getting calls while in the middle of a parachute. Next, Madrazo Dispatch Services no longer requires multiple players and can be taken on solo. Next, they said players will be able to select a name for their acid product via the interaction menu to receive a 5% sell bonus. It's nice to see that some cut content is making its way into the game itself for all players to enjoy, alongside a 5% sell bonus. That is nice. They ended the gameplay updates with rank requirements for daily objectives will be removed to allow more players to participate. This category is small but has some big changes with it, and it's titled Balancing Updates. Payouts on many collectibles and events such as buried stashes and treasure chests will be increased. We are also correcting payouts for Gerald's Last Play and a Super Yacht Life upwards by 25%. Next, we have rebalancing weapons on the P996 laser and Mammoth Hydra free mode only. This is going to be a very controversial change for the Jet players. When they say rebalancing, I'm almost 100% positive this means nerf, because the weapons on these are way faster and stronger than other jets, and being that they already have confirmed that they're adding new jets with this update, they're going to want to balance these to more match those other jets. And lastly, the orbital cannon can no longer be instantly reset or refunded to prevent players from being repeatedly targeted. They then show this picture and talk about a bunch of creator updates. If you guys create your own maps and levels. I would definitely recommend reading these, but I'm not going to go over them because most people don't. And at the very end, they said, we'll be sharing more info soon and detailed patch notes when GTA Online San Andreas Mercenaries launches. I also wanted to show you guys some snippets of the trailer. I'm not going to watch the full thing, but as we can see here, we got a weaponized helicopter. I think that might be the Canada. I don't know, to be honest. What looks like a new plane and some new vehicles. We got another picture of the new weapons on the Avenger. What I think is the new SMG that they were talking about. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's the new SMG. Some of the new jets here in formation. And then the trailer wraps up, obviously, with Grand Theft Auto Online San Andreas Mercenaries coming June 13th. So it looks like between this trailer and the Newswire post, on top of the original Newswire post that announced the DLC, it looks like that's all the information we're going to be getting until the DLC actually releases on June 13th. Overall, to me, it looks like this is going to be a little bit on the smaller side in terms of how big DLCs are. I'm really hoping that they're not showing us stuff that's going to be drip-fed, and we're not going to get it all. I hope when June 13th comes, we get all of this stuff. I have a feeling that's not going to be the case, but I really, really, really hope it is. Either way, I'm still definitely very excited. I'm going to be playing it the moment it comes out. I'm going to be covering it with guides and videos, all sorts of that stuff, so stay tuned for those. But as for this video, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Peace.